It was the longest January of my life. How I handle it, it really boils down to just simple planning. It's not just about being disciplined, I guess, because religiously following a study plan could also be harmful. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm here to study, but I'm also here to enjoy. Having this kind of shared experience with other people really is a very big thing, actually. So life is not just about studying, but still it's about enjoying life outside of studying.
Good day, dear friends. I am Vadim, an Erasmus Mundus student, and this is More Than Studying podcast, where international students share their experiences of studying abroad and much more. I hope the stories collected in this podcast are not only helpful, but also inspiring. Remember, what we did, you can also do. Just give it a try. Today, my guest is Cedric. He's from Philippines, his field of interest is nanochemistry, thus he is now doing an Erasmus Mundus program in Catholic University of Leuven. Hi Cedric, how are you?
Hi, Vadim. I'm good. I'm so excited and I'm honored to be here in your podcast.
So, this is the first time of your international experience, right? What was your background before you came here? And yeah, how do you find this international experience so far?
Well, I graduated last 2019 for my bachelor degrees in chemistry and material science and engineering. After graduating, I took a kind of, we call it a licensure exam. So I became a licensed chemist. And then I applied for an industry job and then got a job since 2020 until 2023 as an R&D chemist in a cleaning chemical company. Yeah, so that's what I did for almost 3 years before I decided to apply for Erasmus Mundus.
So you were working in industry,
Yeah.
but then you're still thought that you want to go abroad or study more, or why did you make this decision to become an international student?
Right after college, after my licensure exam, I thought to myself, I think I can use my license for a while and try to get an experience of industry before going into more academic experience. I did enjoy and I think I gained a lot of valuable experiences in the industry. During my stint as the R&D chemist in that company, I think I remember encountering specific trends. Like I'm working with chemical companies, marketing specialists, technical officers that kind of talks my language in chemistry, but at the same time, they also reminded me of things that I kind of miss learning in college. For example, during the pandemic, I remember encountering silver nanoparticles. They became a trend during the pandemic as antibacterial ingredients for masks, for sprays. So yeah, I remember specifically nanoparticles, and I remembered, oh yeah, I miss studying materials like this. I think that's where I went back into my plan of just studying again.
But when you're working in the company, you can also take some courses, right? And the
Yeah.
company can also pay for it. Sometimes some companies provide this opportunity, so you don't have to go actually to school. Why you decided to go
Yeah.
away from the industry and fully devote yourself to studying process? Because master program is 2 years of your life. It takes a lot of time and
Yeah.
effort,
I agree.
and it also includes going to another country, and Erasmus Mundus especially, you change universities, and you are also will be far from your family and your friends. So it seems kind of controversial because you had a very good beginning of your life, of your adult life, and now you decided, no, you know what, I'm going to study again. Yeah, can you explain it? What made you
Oh yeah,
make
I see your point. I also had this experience in the company that I'm not just into chemicals. I'm not just into in the lab process. I'm actually working in the manufacturing processes. So I kind of miss just focusing on the chemical and material side. And also, I also felt that I was at that point in my life, actually, personally, that I wanted to try something new because during the pandemic, having a work is really important. It was unnecessary. But then when things got better, I think the pandemic also changed my lifestyle in a way. I wanted to try something new that because for almost 2 or 4 years we were just closed in a shell.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I really wanted to become more independent, in a sense that I think studying abroad was really attractive for me, that it didn't just offer me the independence that I'm looking for, but at the same time, a cultural experience that I can gain, which I can grow as more as a person.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are my kind of top reasons of just going into
Mm.
studying abroad,
Yeah,
just trying.
yeah, I guess like yeah, pandemic definitely showed us with what kind of opportunities we had,
Yeah.
and when we were like taken, like when we didn't have like a opportunity to travel a lot, for example,
Yeah.
because of the pandemic, we
Mm-hmm.
really started to value this and started to think about, okay, now when it is all again possible, I should definitely use this opportunity. I have an interesting question for you then, because when you were moving from your home here, like it's quite a distance, right? So you need to make sure you take everything you need. So what is essential to bring with you in your luggage? Because your luggage is not infinite, right? So you can take only very, very essential stuff with you.
The essential things that we bring here really depends on your personality, right? For example, I like listening to music and also working out, and I also like watching movies. So I needed to bring my Bluetooth speaker back from back home.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure I brought that Bluetooth speaker because it was a good Bluetooth speaker, and I know things like that are cheaper
Mm-hmm.
back home. So that was one of my essentials. Also, I brought pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Pictures of my friends and my family, like Polaroids. Yeah, I collected Polaroids and photos before I left. The photos are on my wall. That's one of like small things that really motivates me away from home. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, I think that you just bring stuff that reminds you of home and
Mm-hmm.
like you feel less homesick probably as well. And also it's worth checking prices, like what is expensive here in
Mm-hmm.
Europe and what you should probably bring with you. Yeah, does make sense. Actually, you said that you did not experience homesickness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it normal? Because like a lot of people are saying that they experienced this, so and you did not.
Am I
Like
normal, or
like
are they
is
what?
it okay to not experience this feeling? What does it mean? Does it mean that you didn't like being at home, or do you enjoy staying here more than staying at home? I don't know.
Mm.
Some people might think that, oh, is it okay that I
I don't
don't
feel.
feel like that I do not miss like people there, places? I don't know.
I also had this thought for like shortly that, yeah, like, is this normal? Like, oh yeah, I thought people would feel homesickness, but I don't feel homesickness. I think I just accepted it as it is, that I can enjoy things here. I don't have to compare it to my life back home, because I know that I love home. I miss eating the food there. I miss hanging out with my friends there, my family for sure. So it's definitely not worthwhile to compare my experience
Hmm.
here. But it's just accepting it as it is, that I can enjoy being independent, this new chapter at least of my life. Just enjoy it as it is and accept it. And I think it's just normal to feel homesickness, to not feel homesickness.
So now, could you please tell me, like, how do you find this international experience? I mean, you came to Europe, right, for the first time, was it? And like,
Hmm.
what do you think about Belgium, about the university, about people here?
Sometimes I still have this kind of moments where I just realize, like, wow, like, I'm really here in Europe, or like I'm in a different country. I'm
Mm.
far away from home. That kind of sudden realization. And I still have that kind of excitement in me, which is nice. I really found my experience so far after a year very, very fulfilling. What really was fulfilling for me were the new friends that I had here. I really didn't expect that that much in encountering new people, like nice people. But I read that having new friends, having really nice friends here is really a good experience. And I mean, you wouldn't really know until you experience it, right?
Mm.
So it was very, very fulfilling for me to have friends that I can go with, study with, and just hang out with, which really motivates me to study.
But how to make new friends?
How to make new friends? Huh, that is a very good question.
What did you do?
What did I do?
You just were yourself.
Huh?
You just were yourself. There are a lot of people. How can you know who's going to be your friends or not? What is the strategy?
Yeah, that was one of my fears, like like meeting different people from different countries, different cultures. I was afraid that I'd be meeting different attitudes. But I'm really grateful that I'm in the program where people are very friendly. I was not expecting that. Yeah, during classes, like really bond with some people that you just find that, oh, this guy is always sitting right next to me. I think I should
Just
just
be
be
oh,
friendly. Yeah, be
mm,
open to whoever's there. And I think and also group projects for different courses. Yeah, it really bonded me with some of my current friends right now, my closest friends. What else? I think my friends really had this common experience with me, being international, being just science students in general. I think that was a very interesting common ground for my friends that I made here.
yeah, I think that you just need to keep in mind that other international students are in the same situation as you. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to be alone. That's why
Mm-hmm.
everybody is friendly and open for new friends.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to use this opportunity. So how do you learn about different cultures? Like you just like ask questions or what is happening actually? Give us a bit of insight.
Well, I mean, I'm an introvert,
Hmm?
so I'm not really into asking people a lot of questions. So I'm more of an observant person. So I'll just try to behave as well as I could
Mm-hmm.
around, and try also to observe how my friends behave. Or yeah, I think that's it. Like I'm not really a question type of person. But what my friends, yeah, what we actually do to kind of discover and learn more about our own cultures is we usually gather like every weekend where we eat out
Mm-hmm.
in someone's place. We cook
Mm-hmm.
dishes from our own countries, share stories during that time. Yeah, I think those are the moments where we actually learn more about each other.
What can you say is appropriate to let others people to know about you? Because like you meet new people and you want to be seen in a good light, right? So where is this balance? I mean, if you are asked an awkward question or I don't know something weird, how to tackle with this situation? Yeah, do you try to I don't know represent yourself as good as possible, or do you try to, I don't know, don't really mind about it and like no matter what other people think about it, about you?
Me personally, I'm kind of a more go with the flow person.
Hmm.
So I try to be myself as much as possible. But at the same time, yeah, I know. I mean, I'm still aware that I am in a different country. I am surrounded by people that have different backgrounds or and culture that might find some things about me or some things that I do not inappropriate generally, but more like just unusual, right? I think being yourself is not the wrong thing for sure, but it's still a matter of kind of a self-awareness that you're here to learn about other people. So just being open about what you see, what you hear from others, and I think for me at least judgment is it's not the wise thing to do
Hmm.
at this early stage of relationship if you're building a relationship with these kinds of new friends.
You also mentioned that you are here for a short period of time, right?
Hmm.
So why does it actually make sense to build close relationships rather than focusing on studying? I mean, you are here for study in the first place, right? So why should you
Mm.
be bothered about like finding friends, like learning about other cultures, and etc.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm here to study, but also I'm also here to enjoy. I think that's what I told myself at least before I came here. I remember, yeah, also my friends back home when they were giving me a farewell party, they remind me these kinds of things when we get emotional, like, oh, you're going far away from us, but remember that you're there to enjoy, enjoying life. So life is not just about studying, but you wouldn't be able to study very well when your mind is not enjoying
Mm. How?
outside of studying, like going, yeah, like having good friends, having yeah, good a good support system. Like of course you have your family back home, you have your friends that you can talk to back home, but still having like friends close by that have a same experience during exam period, during difficult group projects, having this kind of shared experience with other people really is a very big thing actually.
So I think that this is a very smooth transition to your hobbies that you have, or
Hmm.
probably you gained here new hobbies. Yeah, just like tell us more.
My hobbies would be working out, running, karaoke with my friends. That is a kind of a hobby for us
Mhm.
back home. Basically, that's it. And when I came here, yeah, it was easy to maintain my routine. Yeah, I just bought a yoga mat. I brought my workout gloves. But for running, I found it hard actually to maintain that hobby because yeah, it was easy to run back home because I came from a tropical country, so
Mhm.
it's warm, it's hot. I can just run in the morning. But here in Belgium, the weather is very unpredictable, and very unpredictable, but predictably rainy at most times. So
Mhm.
when I first tried to run here, I remember being so cold.
Mhm.
Even though I was wearing like pants and everything, like my hands got so cold and frozen that.
Mhm.
But this was during autumn.
Mhm.
So yeah, running, I wasn't able to maintain that much. But now during summer, I've been doing more running again, and also in K Leuven we have this sports card which I really found very fun to do, especially with your friends, with my classmates. So I did things that I haven't tried before. So like parkour, I really wanted to try parkour. Badminton, yeah, I missed doing badminton. Ballet, yeah, I tried
Mm.
ballet group session. They had ballet sessions here. So yeah, those kinds of hobbies, those are kind of new to me at least, but it maintained my fitness in a way which I really liked.
Okay. Yeah. Were there any challenges? Like, actually, what can make you feel stressed, like in terms of study, when you probably have exam period or like deadlines are coming? Like, of course, like a lot of pressure is on you. How do you deal with this?
Here we only had like one final comprehensive exam in Belgium, so it was kind of difficult, especially at during the first exam period in last January. I think it
Mhm.
was the longest January of my life.
Mhm.
Yeah. How I handle it, it really boils down to just simple planning, making a study plan and sticking to it.
That's the question.
That
How do you
is
stick to it?
yeah. How do you stick it? Yeah, that I mean, yeah, yeah. I mean,
How
it,
can you be so disciplined?
it's not just about being disciplined, I guess, because religiously following a study plan could also be harmful.
Mhm.
Could also be unhealthy, right? Because I remember, yeah, in January for the first exam period, I had this. I was studying for like 3 days straight. I was in my room for three
Mhm.
days straight, and it was winter, and I really felt burnout. It was my first time actually. I think I never felt such kind of burnout. I mean, during that time, I mean, I was kind of testing myself as well. So that's when I really confirmed to myself, I think, yeah, this is not for me. Like studying for 3 days straight, even with different subjects, even if it's scheduled in a day, but like just studying for 3 days straight is not very healthy for me. I tuned my schedule. How I modified my schedule was like 2 days of studying one subject and then having a break in between. Like my break would be for me having a 1 hour workout and then watching a movie
Cooking.
and cooking. Cooking as my study break. Yeah, good point.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think cooking was one of my kind of new hobbies. Yeah, I forgot to say about that. Yeah, I didn't used to cook back home, but here cooking was really one of my study breaks as well. Yeah.
I think actually the system that you are talking about is really efficient because like you are studying for 2 days, then you have a break, then you can like freshly start to study
Yeah.
2 days more.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this seems to be quite balanced. Well, for sure, you have experience in industry, and you said that you want something more academic.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you considering doing a PhD, or do you think that after this masters you are done with studying and you want to go to industry again?
Yeah, I am open to having an industry job here in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
I might also do a PhD if I want to, because I'm moving to France for my second year. I think there would still be a lot of experiences that can change my path, my plans. I'm open to both actually, but my dream, I think, or like my fantasy would be like maybe if I can find a good flexible job, either I mean a PhD is still a job, so
Mm-hmm.
PhD or industry. I would like to have a job here and a good opportunity that is flexible for me enough to travel back home from time to time. Yeah, to see my friends, to see my family back home. Yeah, I think that would be my dream plan. I would like to see for myself what I would do.
Mhm. Okay, so wrapping up the interview, can you give any piece of advice for international students, for people who are just considering to go abroad? Yeah.
You have to be really open to everything. When I say
Mm.
everything, like if you would like to study abroad, be open to the challenges. Of course, academic pressure, homesickness. There's no exact procedures to really prepare for such things, but like you have to just be open once you encounter these things, and just know that you can ask for help, or there's gonna be people around you that you can lean on or talk to. That is one of the biggest advice that I can give. Make new friends as much as possible and maintain your relationships back home. But more technically, for example, for Erasmus Mundus program, you should also really know what you're getting into. There are resources online for sure for different programs. So you should really choose what you really want, because it could be hard, yeah, academically. But if you're doing something that you're interested in, I think that really goes a long way. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Cedric, for
Thank
the
you.
interview. Yeah, if you, dear listeners, have any questions about studying abroad, yeah, feel free to ask them in comments. And also, please share this podcast if you like it and support us with your feedback. Always do your best and play with all your heart. Cedric and Vadim were with you today. Stay tuned to this More Than Studying podcast.